Most people wake up and hand their power away before their feet touch the floor. They check a screen. They remember a problem. They feel behind. And without realizing it, they let the world decide who they are going to be today. But you are different right now because you paused. And in this pause, something powerful is happening. The first thought you choose this morning becomes the lens your entire day looks through. If you choose stress, everything feels heavy. If you choose gratitude, everything feels possible. This is not motivation. This is mental architecture. You are designing the emotional structure of your day before anything else gets a chance to shape it. And when you begin with appreciation instead of pressure, life meets you differently. Let me walk you slowly through what this really means. When you open your eyes in the morning, your mind is soft. It is open. It is not yet filled with noise, memories, or expectations. This is one of the few moments in the day when your thoughts can land deep inside you without fighting against stress or distraction. This is why the first thing you think matters so much. If the first thing you think is, "I am tired," your body starts to feel heavier. If the first thing you think is, "I have too much to do," your chest tightens. If the first thing you think is, "I am behind," your day begins with pressure. But if the first thing you think is, "I am thankful to be here," something shifts. Your breath becomes slower. Your shoulders relax. Your mind becomes calmer. You don't change your whole life in that moment, but you change the direction your life starts moving in that day. Think of your mind like water. When water is calm, you can see clearly through it. When water is shaken, everything becomes blurry. Gratitude is what makes your mind still. You don't need a perfect life to feel thankful. You only need to notice what is already here. The fact that you can breathe, the fact that you can hear, the fact that you can feel this moment. These are small things, but they carry big power. When you notice them, your mind stops running toward fear and starts resting in the present. Most people live their entire day, either in yesterday or tomorrow. They wake up thinking about what went wrong, or they wake up worrying about what might happen. Very few people wake up and actually live in now. Gratitude brings you back to now. It tells your mind, you are safe in this moment. And when your mind feels safe, it becomes stronger instead of tense. Let's slow this down even more. You are not just waking up to a day. You are waking up to a chance to speak kindly to yourself, a chance to move through your world with more calm, a chance to not rush your own life. And it all starts with one simple thought. Thank you. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this body. Thank you for this moment. You don't have to say it out loud. You just have to feel it for a few seconds. Those few seconds change how your brain works. Your mind begins to look for what is going right instead of what is going wrong. And when your mind looks for good, it begins to find more of it. Not because the world suddenly becomes perfect, but because your focus becomes powerful. Let me tell you something very simple and very real. Your day does not happen to you. Your day responds to you. The way you walk into the morning is the way the morning walks back to you. If you walk in rushed, everything feels rushed. If you walk in tense, everything feels heavy. If you walk in thankful, things feel lighter. Even problems feel easier to carry when your heart is calm. You may still have work to do. You may still have challenges to face. You may still have moments that test your patience. But gratitude changes how those moments sit inside you. Instead of breaking you, they shape you. Instead of exhausting you, they teach you. This is why the first thought is so powerful. It doesn't just start your day, it sets your tone, and your tone becomes your experience. So before you stand up, before you reach for your phone, before you remember what the world wants from you, give yourself one gift, a quiet moment of appreciation. Feel your breath go in, feel your breath go out, and say, gently, inside your mind, I am here, and that is enough to begin. Because when you begin your day this way, you don't move like someone chasing life. You move like someone walking with it, and that changes everything. Most people are waiting for something big before they feel grateful. They tell themselves, I'll be thankful when my life improves. I'll feel grateful when things finally work out. I'll appreciate life when I reach that goal. But here is the truth most people never learn. Growth does not start with big moments. Growth starts with small ones. And gratitude is what turns those small moments into signals that you are moving forward, even when it doesn't look like it yet. Let's slow this down. Every day is filled with ordinary moments. Waking up, drinking water, walking outside, sitting quietly, doing small tasks that feel routine. Most people rush through these moments without noticing them. They think nothing important is happening, but something is happening. These moments are shaping the way your mind sees life. When you ignore them, your mind learns to believe that life is always lacking. When you appreciate them, your mind learns to believe that life is already giving. This difference is powerful. Gratitude does not mean pretending everything is perfect. It does not mean ignoring pain or problems. It means noticing what is still standing when things are not perfect. It means seeing progress where others only see delay. Think about this. If you wake up and notice that you can breathe easily, that is a signal. If you notice that you have a place to sit, that is a signal. If you notice that you made it through yesterday, that is a signal. These are quiet signs that you are stronger than you think. When you feel thankful for small things, your mind starts to relax. And when your mind relaxes, it becomes open to learning and growth. Stress closes the mind. Gratitude opens it. Most people believe growth always feels exciting, but real growth often feels quiet. It feels like patience. It feels like waiting. It feels like learning to stay calm when nothing dramatic is happening. Gratitude teaches you how to sit with your life instead of fighting it. And when you stop fighting, you start understanding. Let me explain this simply. Imagine walking through a dark room. If you are rushing and scared, everything feels threatening. But if you slow down and turn on a small light, suddenly you can see. Gratitude is that light. It does not change the room instantly, but it changes how you move through it. When you are grateful for small moments, you begin to see lessons instead of only problems. A delay becomes a lesson in patience. A mistake becomes a lesson in awareness. A quiet phase becomes a lesson in self-trust. These lessons are signals that you are growing from the inside, and inner growth always comes before outer change. Most people miss this. They think nothing is happening because nothing looks different yet. But gratitude helps you notice what is changing inside you. Your reactions soften, your thoughts slow down, your emotions become easier to manage. That is growth, and it matters more than any visible result. Gratitude also changes how you speak to yourself. Instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin to say, "What is this teaching me?" Instead of saying, "I'm not enough yet," you begin to say, "I'm learning as I go." These small changes in language create big changes in confidence. You start trusting your journey instead of doubting it. And here is something very important to remember. You do not grow only when life feels good. You grow when you notice meaning in ordinary moments. When you thank yourself for getting through a hard day. When you appreciate rest instead of feeling guilty for it. When you notice peace in moments that used to feel empty. Gratitude trains your mind to see progress everywhere. And when your mind sees progress, it keeps going. Think about how a child learns to walk. They don't focus on falling. They focus on standing up again. Gratitude works the same way. It helps you notice that you are still standing, still trying, still showing up. That is a signal of growth, even when nothing else feels clear. So today, don't wait for something big to happen before you feel thankful. Be grateful for small clarity. Be grateful for small calm. Be grateful for small strength, because those small things are building something bigger. inside you. And one day, you will look back and realize what felt ordinary was actually preparing you. What felt slow was actually shaping you. What felt small was actually powerful. Gratitude helped you see it before anyone else did. And that is how growth begins. Quietly, slowly, from the inside out. Many people think change begins with wishing. They wish for confidence. They wish for peace. They wish for a better life. But wishing is quiet, and your mind does not respond to quiet hopes. Your mind responds to repetition. What you tell yourself again and again becomes familiar, and what becomes familiar starts to feel true. This is how your mind works. If you repeat fear, your mind learns fear. If you repeat doubt, your mind learns doubt. If you repeat gratitude, your mind learns calm and strength. This is not about positive thinking. This is about training. Your mind is always listening, even when you are not aware of it. Every small sentence you repeat inside yourself is like a seed. Some seeds grow into confidence. Some seeds grow into worry. You choose which ones you plant. Most people repeat the same thoughts every day without noticing. I'm tired. I can't do this. I'm not good enough yet. I always mess things up. When these thoughts are repeated, your mind accepts them as facts. And once your mind accepts something as true, it begins to shape your behavior around it. You move slower. You hesitate more. You expect things to go wrong, not because life is against you, but because your mind has been trained to expect struggle. Now let's look at gratitude. Gratitude is not just saying thank you once. It is choosing to repeat appreciation until it becomes natural. When you repeat gratitude, your mind starts to relax. Instead of scanning for danger, it starts scanning for stability. Instead of asking, "What's wrong?" it begins asking, "What's still working?" This shift is powerful. Your mind does not need proof to believe something. It needs repetition. That is why affirmations work. Not because they are magic words, but because they give your mind new patterns to follow. If you say, "I am thankful for my progress," every morning, your mind begins to look for progress. If you say, "I am learning every day," your mind becomes patient with mistakes. If you say, "I trust myself more than before," your mind slowly builds confidence. This does not happen in one day. It happens quietly, over time, just like learning a language. At first, the words feel strange, then they feel familiar, then they feel true. Your mind learns through exposure. The more often it hears a message, the more it accepts it. This is why the words you repeat in the morning are so important. Your mind is open when you wake up. It is not yet crowded with worries or noise. Whatever you repeat in that moment sinks deeper. If you repeat stress, stress becomes your guide. If you repeat gratitude, gratitude becomes your anchor. Now here is something many people don't realize. Your mind does not know the difference between truth and habit. If you habitually tell yourself you are behind, your mind believes it. If you habitually tell yourself you are growing, your mind believes that too. So instead of wishing for change, you start repeating the direction you want to move in. You don't say, "I will be calm someday." You say, "I am calm in this moment." You don't say, "I hope things get better." You say, "I am thankful for what is improving." These sentences shape how your nervous system feels. Your breathing becomes slower. Your body becomes less tense. Your thoughts become clearer. This is real change. Not loud, not dramatic, but steady. Gratitude also helps you interrupt negative loops. When your mind starts repeating worry, gratitude gives you something else to repeat. Instead of saying, "This is too hard," you say, "I am grateful for my strength." Instead of saying, "Nothing is working," you say, "I notice what is still holding together." This does not ignore reality. It changes your relationship with it. Your mind learns that you can face life without panicking, And once your mind learns that, it stops reacting to every thought as a threat. Over time, gratitude becomes automatic. You start noticing small wins, small, calm moments, small improvements, and those small things build confidence. Confidence does not come from success. It comes from repetition of self-trust. Gratitude is how you practice self-trust every day. So remember this: you do not become what you wish for. You become what you repeat. If you repeat patience, you grow patient. If you repeat appreciation, you grow peaceful. If you repeat belief, you grow strong. Choose your words carefully. Your mind is always listening, and what you teach it today becomes the life you experience tomorrow. Many people spend their lives chasing things. They chase happiness. They chase success. They chase peace. They chase love. They believe that once they finally get these things, they will feel calm and complete. But life does not work that way. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. Let's explain this in a very simple way. Think about how people feel around you. Some people walk into a room and everything feels heavy. Other people walk into the same room and everything feels lighter. The room didn't change. The people did. What you carry inside, you quietly moves into everything you touch. If you carry tension, life feels tense. If you carry calm, life feels easier. If you carry gratitude, life feels more open. This is not something you force. It is something you embody. Most people say they want peace, but they move through life rushed. They say they want confidence, but they speak to themselves with doubt. They say they want clarity, but they fill their mind with noise. Life reflects consistency, not wishes. That is why gratitude is so powerful. Gratitude changes who you are being, not just what you are hoping for. When you are grateful, your body relaxes, your breathing slows, your thoughts become clearer. And when your body, breath, and mind change, your energy changes. People respond to energy before words. They feel how you feel about yourself. They sense whether you are grounded or anxious. They notice whether you are open or closed. Gratitude softens you without weakening you. It helps you move through life without constantly protecting yourself from it. Let's slow this down. When you wake up frustrated, your day feels like resistance. When you wake up thankful, your day feels like cooperation. Even challenges feel different. A problem does not feel like an attack. It feels like something you can handle. That is because gratitude builds inner stability, and inner stability attracts better experiences. Not because the world suddenly becomes kind, but because you respond with clarity instead of fear. Think about this. Have you ever noticed that when you are calm, things seem to work out more smoothly? You say the right thing, you notice the right moment, you make better decisions. That is attraction in action, not magic. Alignment. You didn't force anything. You simply showed up differently. Gratitude helps you show up grounded. It reminds you that you don't need to chase life. You need to meet it as yourself. And when you stop chasing, you stop sending the message that you are lacking. You start sending the message that you are present. Presence is powerful. When you are present, you listen better. When you listen better, you understand more. When you understand more, your choices improve. Life responds to this. Opportunities appear clearer. Connections feel more natural. Timing feels less forced. Not because everything becomes easy, but because you are no longer fighting the moment. Gratitude also changes how you treat other people. When you are grateful, you become patient. When you are patient, people feel safe around you. When people feel safe, relationships grow. This is attraction, not through effort, but through being. Now, here is something very important. Attracting does not mean controlling outcomes. It means controlling your inner state. You cannot control every situation. You cannot control other people. but you can control how you carry yourself through life. Gratitude gives you that control. It helps you stay centered when things are uncertain. It helps you stay calm when things don't go your way. And this calm strength is what draws better moments toward you. Because life does not respond to desperation. It responds to steadiness. So instead of asking, "How do I get what I want?" ask this instead: "Who do I need to be right now?" Do you need to be calmer? More patient? More appreciative? When you become that version of yourself, life adjusts naturally. You stop chasing peace and start living it. You stop chasing confidence and start showing it. You stop chasing clarity and start seeing it. And people notice, not because you are trying to impress them, but because you feel grounded in yourself. This is why gratitude is not a small habit. It is an identity shift. It changes how you walk, how you speak, how you react, and the world responds to that change. So remember this: you don't attract a better life by wanting it badly. You attract a better life by becoming the person who can hold it. And gratitude is how you begin becoming that person, quietly, steadily, from the inside out. Many people wake up carrying yesterday with them. They open their eyes, and before they even move, their mind goes back to what went wrong, back to what they should have said, back to what they wish they had done differently. And without noticing, they let the past sit beside them in the morning. But the past does not wake up with you. You invite it. This is an important truth. Your past has no power unless you give it space in the present. This morning is new. It has its own energy, its own direction. But if you fill it with old thoughts, it begins to feel heavy before it even starts. Gratitude is how you close yesterday's door gently, without anger, without blame. Not to forget the past, but to stop letting it speak first. Let's slow this down. The past is made of memories. And memories are just thoughts that repeat. They are not happening now, but when you replay them, your body reacts as if they are. Your chest tightens, your stomach turns, your breath becomes shallow. This is why mornings matter so much. Your mind is soft when you wake up. It believes what you give it. If you give it regret, your day feels heavy. If you give it appreciation, your day feels open. Gratitude brings you back to now. It reminds you that whatever happened before this moment has already shaped you, and you survived it. That alone is something worth acknowledging. You don't need to relive pain to learn from it. You don't need to punish yourself to grow. Growth happens when you allow yourself to move forward lighter. Many people think letting go of the past means pretending it didn't matter. That's not true. Letting go means saying, "I see what happened, and I don't need to carry it all day." Gratitude helps you do that. Instead of saying, "I failed," you say, "I learned." Instead of saying, "I wasted time," you say, "I gained understanding." This does not erase mistakes. It changes how they sit inside you. You stop waking up as the person who is stuck. You wake up as the person who is evolving. Every morning gives you a choice. You can wake up as the version of you shaped by yesterday, or the version of you shaped by awareness. Gratitude helps you choose awareness. It teaches you to start the day by noticing what is still right. Your breath, your body, this moment of quiet before the world begins. These things exist regardless of what your past looks like. And when you focus on them, your nervous system calms down. A calm nervous system thinks clearly, and clear thinking leads to better choices. That is real freedom. Your past does not need to disappear for you to move forward. It only needs to stop being the first voice you listen to in the morning. Let's be very clear about something. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not late. You are on your own timeline. The past only feels heavy when you compare it to an imagined version of how life should have gone. Gratitude brings you back to what actually is. And what is that you are here, still breathing, still learning, still capable of change. That matters more than any mistake. When you wake up and choose gratitude, you tell your mind, today is not a replay. You tell your heart, this moment is allowed to be fresh. And slowly, day by day, You stop carrying old weight into new hours. This does not happen overnight, but it happens every time you choose appreciation over regret, every time you thank yourself for trying, every time you honor how far you've come, every time you decide not to punish yourself for being human. Gratitude does not erase the past, it puts it in the right place, behind you, not in front of you. So tomorrow morning, when old thoughts try to return, pause, take one slow breath, and remind yourself, what happened before does not get to decide how I feel right now. This moment is yours, and when you begin it with gratitude, you step forward lighter, clearer, and more open to what comes next. That is how healing starts. Quietly, gently, one morning at a time. Your future is not built in one big decision. It is built in small, quiet moments like this one. The way you breathe when you wake up, the way you speak to yourself when no one else is around, the way you choose to feel before the world gives you a reason. Gratitude is a signal you send forward in time. It says, I am ready for growth. I am open to direction. I am prepared for what's next, and life responds to readiness. Let these land. Don't rush them. I am grateful for this moment because it is shaping my next chapter. I am thankful for my breath because it reminds me I am still in motion. I appreciate my journey because it is building strength I cannot yet see. I trust the timing of my life, even when I don't understand it. I move today with calm, confidence, and quiet power. I welcome clarity, opportunity, and meaningful connections. I carry gratitude into every room, every choice, every step forward. I am becoming someone my future will thank. Before you leave this moment, remember this. You didn't listen to these words by accident. You didn't pause here for no reason. Something in you is ready to move differently, to think differently, to carry yourself with more intention than yesterday. So take this feeling with you, not as motivation, but as direction. And if today ever feels heavy, come back to one simple truth. You are still here. You are still growing. And the universe is still responding to the way you choose to show up.